Welcome to today's video. If you've been searching for a solution to your struggle with narcissists, then you're in the right place. I'm going to give you something powerful today: tools, strategies, and most importantly, the knowledge that will help you defeat the narcissist in your life and regain control over your peace and your life. Yes, you heard me right. We're not just talking about getting rid of them. We're talking about destroying their ego, making them respect you, and finally taking control back from these toxic personalities. This is the ultimate guide to outsmarting narcissists, and believe me, it's going to be a game changer for you. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Now let's get into it, and let's uncover the 5 powerful weapons you have at your disposal to make sure you regain control in this battle with narcissism. As I always say, the only real solution to reclaiming our peace and moving forward is to separate ourselves from these toxic personalities. But here's something I need you to hear, and this might be hard to accept. You are the one responsible for who you spend your time and energy with. I know you might be thinking, but what if it's a family member? A mother, a father, a spouse, a sibling? It doesn't matter. You have to separate yourself from these narcissistic vampires, no matter who they are. The longer you stay attached to them, the longer they drain you, manipulate you, and distort your sense of self-worth. However, I understand that it's not always easy. You might be tied to this narcissist through children, financial obligations, or even social circles. It feels like there's no way out. But that's where today's video comes in. I will give you 5 weapons to protect your mental, emotional, and psychological health, and to regain control of your life. These weapons will help you fight back, expose the truth, and reclaim your dignity. So let's get started. Weapon number 1: neglect. This is a powerful and often underestimated tool that, if used correctly, can render a narcissist powerless. Here's the thing: narcissists are addicted to attention. They thrive on it. It feeds their fragile sense of self-worth. Without it, they feel as if they're disintegrating. Now, I know this might sound counterintuitive. After all, we often think we need to confront a narcissist head-on, call them out, and show them who's in charge. But here's the truth: neglect is one of the most effective weapons because it targets their core fear, the fear of being ignored and forgotten. When you stop giving them attention, whether emotionally, physically, or mentally, you create a void. And let me tell you, that void is something the narcissist cannot bear. They'll feel invisible, insignificant, and that will chip away at their ego in ways nothing else can. So start withdrawing your energy. Don't engage in their drama. Don't entertain their manipulative games. When you withhold attention, you hold the power. And that is something they can't handle. Weapon number 2: expose them. Narcissists live in a world where they maintain an illusion. They create an image of themselves that is polished and charming, often fooling everyone around them. But here's the catch: they need that image to survive. Without it, they are nothing. Their entire sense of worth is dependent on how others perceive them. And here's where you can make a difference. It's time to expose the truth. Now, I know what you're thinking, but no one will believe me. The narcissist is so charming, so convincing, and that's exactly how they've manipulated you into feeling powerless. But trust me, exposing them is one of the most effective weapons you can use. The narcissist relies on their public image to feed their ego. When you start telling the truth about who they really are, when you bring others into the light about their true nature, it starts to unravel everything they've built. And as more people see the truth, the narcissist's mask begins to crack. They can't hide behind that perfect facade anymore. This makes them vulnerable, and it scares them to their core. When a narcissist is exposed, they lose the power they've built through manipulation. It's a dangerous game for them, and it's one they can't win. Weapon number 3: losing their prey. Narcissists are predators, and you, yes, you, have been their prey. They invest time, energy, and resources into hooking you into their web of control. They want you to become emotionally dependent on them, to crave their approval, and to become their source of validation. But here's the kicker. The narcissist cannot handle losing their prey. You've become an investment to them, and they view that as an asset that they cannot afford to lose. They put effort into keeping you attached to them, feeding you just enough validation to keep you from leaving. If you suddenly break away, detach, and stop giving them that emotional investment, it strikes them where it hurts the most. To them, it feels like a catastrophic loss. They'd rather face an enemy than lose their most valuable prey. They can't stand being abandoned or rejected because it exposes their worst fear, their deep inner emptiness. So if you want to deal a fatal blow to the narcissist, make them feel like they've lost everything they've invested in you. Weapon number 4, ignoring them. It's simple, yet so effective. Narcissists need to be seen, heard, and acknowledged. They want to be the center of attention at all times. The narcissist doesn't care if that attention is positive or negative, as long as it's directed towards them. When you ignore them, it's like ripping the oxygen out of their world. You see, a narcissist doesn't want to be forgotten. They don't want to disappear into the background. To ignore them is to strip away their power. Imagine this. They've spent their entire lives manipulating, charming, and performing for an audience, and then, suddenly, they get nothing. No praise, no criticism, no attention, no validation. They will feel invisible, and this is something that eats away at them. They don't know how to handle it. This subtle but lethal form of control will leave the narcissist frustrated and disoriented. It chips away at their grandiose image of themselves, and that's something they can't cope with. And finally, weapon number 5, time. Time is the most natural and yet the most potent weapon you have. You can't control time, but time will expose everything. Narcissists can put up a facade for a while, but time reveals all things. The longer they wear that mask, the more cracks will appear. Eventually, their lies will catch up to them. Time also strips away their charm, their energy, their ability to control others. As they age and lose their physical allure, as their manipulation becomes more obvious, they begin to lose the very thing that kept them in power, their ability to charm and deceive. Narcissists cannot hide the truth forever. Time will always expose their true nature. And the beauty of this weapon, you don't need to do anything. Time is on your side. We've reached the end of today's video, and I have to say, I thoroughly enjoyed sharing these powerful tools with you. These 5 weapons will help you take back control, dismantle the narcissist's pride, and restore your dignity. Of course, I always recommend separation if possible. Cutting contact is often the most effective long-term strategy. But if confrontation is necessary, if you must stand your ground and demand respect, then these strategies will serve you well. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. And I would love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below sharing your experience or any additional strategies that have helped you. And remember, the power is in your hands. Don't let anyone control your life. You are worthy of peace, respect, and love. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.